Hey guys! Alright, so this video I'm going to show you how I place my designs on my shirt, how I line them up using my T-square. I know there's lots of methods for doing this. This is just one way that has worked for me. So first and foremost, if you're wondering how I have my design layered here, the two pieces, you can look at my other video. It's called Layering HTV with Stencil to make it one piece but with two colors. So go ahead and check that out. It's on my channel. And secondly, this right here that my design is on is just a sheet protector. I put all my designs after I weeded them with their carrier sheet. I just stick them to a sheet protector to keep them safe. Keeps them from getting dust and anything else on the carrier sheet that you don't want to be part of your design. So I definitely suggest doing that if you're not going to be pressing your design right away. So the first thing that I do is I move my design up onto my sheet protector so that there's just a tiny bit hanging off the edge. So you're going to just press it on there, and there's just a tiny bit here that's sticky from the carrier sheet, and the rest is not sticky at all because it's being protected by the sheet protector. Now, this is my T-square, and what I've done is I've added some like chair protector that you put on the bottom of chairs to keep them from scratching the floor. I've put two on the top of my T-square, and then I've also put another one on the very bottom. And this helps with when I put my T-square on my shirt. It kind of raises it up off the shirt so that I can freely move my design around without moving the T-square. And I find that to be super helpful because that wasn't the case before, and everything would move after I had already lined it up so beautifully. So if you've never used a T-square, basically the first step that you do is you take these two arrows here and you're gonna line them up with the seam of the collar here. So you kind of just line them up both, so they're both pointing at the very edge of the collar. And then you're gonna take the bar here, you put it on, and you kind of figure out where the two sides equal up to the same number. So if you see here, we're kind of shy of 10, right on each side, and we're on this little yellow line. So that looks about straight on my shirt. And then now what I'll do is, this is a size medium, so I'll do right the shirt about 2.5 inches, between 2 and 2.5 inches here for the distance from the collar. And then I figure out how far is the design on each side. So over here you see it's over at 6.5, but here it's right at 5, so it definitely needs to go to the left until they're pretty much even. So right inside of 6 inches on both sides looks pretty even. And then you kind of go down here and make sure that the words are straight. So everything looks straight. I've got good distance on both sides. My shirt lines are still pretty even. My collar's still good. And I'm still good with my height at 2.5 inches. So now what I do is I buy this tape from Walmart. It runs about 97 cents for a roll, and it lasts me a really long time. And what I do is I use this to hold my design in place. So I'll place one piece of tape here, and I will place another piece of tape there to keep my design. I kind of just press it down to make sure it's not going to go anywhere. And then I take that and put that aside. And then I will pull up on my design, and you don't want to go terribly fast because you don't want to pull off the tape, but you kind of want to just lift it up just till you get to where the tape is. So now I can take my sheet protector off, and as you see, the tape is holding it exactly where we placed it, and then now it's right back to where we put it with the tape. It hasn't moved at all, and that's just an easy way to make sure that it's not moving, and then the sheet protector makes it easier just to move it around under that T-square. Now, when I'm done doing this part, I don't take the tape off until I get to the heat press. And I'll pause the video and show you how I do that. But when I transport any of my shirts, whether I'm making a pile of shirts that I need to press or just taking it directly there, I always fold my shirts like this. And I tuck the sleeves in on each side, and I put the neck down. And then I make a stack. If I'm doing 10 shirts and then I'm gonna go press all of them, or if I'm doing just one shirt, I will do this because the design can't go anywhere. If you've ever picked up a shirt, you've seen sometimes the design fall off, and it's just not fun to have to redo that whole process again. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video, and then I'll see you guys at the heat press. Alright guys, so here's my heat press. It's all warmed up. So here's the shirt I was telling you. It's folded like I showed. So what I do is I put it to the back, I fold the neck down, fold my arms out, and then I pull the bottom down. And everything is good to go, still in place. Now, this tape is not the kind of tape that you can heat press without leaving residue on the shirt, so I always take that off. I know they sell tape that you can use in a heat press. I just prefer not to spend the money on it. So I'll go ahead and give this a press just like it is. And as you can see, I do not ever dust the top of my heat press, and I probably should if I'm going to keep making videos. So I will work on that for the next time. So this is pretty much done. So we're going to go ahead and lift that up. And as you see there, we've got the red and we've got the white. And it's beautiful. So that's my video there, guys, of how I go ahead and show that to you a little bit. Finished product. So that's how I line my shirts up, guys. I hope that helps y'all if you have a T-square. Hopes it makes it a little less frustrating to use it, because I know I used to get really frustrated when I first started using a T-square. All right, guys, see y'all later. And if you have any questions, go ahead and comment below.